it's like when people compare America to Sweden, like, oh, well, Sweden does it. Why can't, Sweden's very homogenous. Like, that's like one group of people, one shared history.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Iran is like that too. We're a pluralistic nation. So when you talk about, I look at what people are trying to censor now. I live in a country where people think that what I believe borders on hate speech sometimes.
Right.
So when you start talking about what's appropriate for who gets to decide?
What's hate?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, even though Iran probably doesn't want their people indoctrinated by what America represents, I don't know. I might feel like what they are sharing is indoctrination. And it doesn't mean that they're not rising economically. But yeah, I think it does become a slippery slope. I'd be wary. And I don't have the solution either, man.
Yeah, I'm not really for it, but I threw it out there. You know what I'm saying? Because like Josh said, it'll do an inch and it'll take a mile, like everything else.
Yeah, I'm with y'all on that, but I feel like, but that's why I was saying I still feel like they censor it to a point, to an extent now. You know what I mean? It's like if folk got the right or the ability to spam your Twitter account, you know what I'm saying? Like, why isn't Donald Trump spam? But I got a homie who just recently got his account suspended, you know what I'm saying, till further notice from Twitter. And I'm like, yo, this dude can get out and say whatever he want to say. My man say something that may be somewhat controversial because he's standing on his own code, and a few of the folk from the LGBT or whatever decide to, hit spam 10 times and his account going. It's like,
well, it's subjective, to be honest, bro. I mean, did you watch that Joe Rogan podcast? He had on the CEO of Twitter and the woman that basically he leaves in charge to basically delegate all situations of accounts that get reported.
Jones, right?
She banned Alex Jones.
And
she
lied
banned,
about it, got caught lying.
A bunch of different people, man. She looked real silly on that podcast. If you ever watch it, as far as like, it's like, well, because we saw other cases and reports, and it's just like she backpedaling. But it's really subjective. It's who they want it to be. Because at the end of the day, the dude that was on there had a point because he was challenger bit by bit. Like, why does it seem like you're always banning more people that lean toward more conservative values or more right-leaning, but anybody that's open to anything else about pro-LGBT or transgender or anything else like that, you cool. You ain't got nothing to say. Like, where is the free speech on Twitter now? Because now it seems to be a little...
Is that we argue about it, but at the end of the day, it is private enterprise, though. We can still access and find what we want. It's still not fair because as private enterprises, Facebook said, hey, we're for everybody. They didn't say we're this, we're that. So people have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and sometimes millions of dollars building audiences on these platforms. Mm-hmm. So to now switch it, I think that's a bit unfair. But at the end of the day, it's still private and we can still find the information that we want if we wanted to. And we can still congregate like this about what we want. And I don't know if we could do this in Iran like that.
I mean, unless it's government files, I ain't finding that on Google.
Well, listen, I'm willing to say this though. I think that I still believe, I think that systemically, I still believe that this whole freedom of just access and information is allowed right now currently to be so flowing and freely because it also keeps people in a circumstance of chaos. Like people don't know what to believe. So when you allow every conspiracy theory, like if you got Hulu, dog, Hulu got like a section of conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, yo, they really went on the moon. 25 different people was behind 9/11. And it's like, and I really feel like that's all part of still their system of control. Cause like, dude, if they can know if any of us watch kiddie porn, you're not about to tell me that they can't control the internet anyway, that they're not currently controlling it. So I feel like, boss, to your point, if what we were doing was impactful and really shaking up the world as we know it right here in America, and so what we were saying on this joint right now was really drawing and garnering the right attention and probably, shaking the tables of some systems, I'm not really willing to believe that they would still let us to operate slowly and freely on this here internet.
Now, I believe that's a great point, but that's the thing. When I look around, I see that whoever the they is not a monolith. The elite fight each other too. There are elite people that believe you should be able to say whatever you want, even though they evil as heck. You know what I'm saying? then there are elite people who believe like, yo, nah, if it's anti this or anti this, shut it down. So even among the elites, we see the fight. At least we see people bringing Mark Zuckerberg and putting his feet under the fire, and then people defending them, saying no, they're just doing so. So at least here we get to. I mean, like you said, though, as I was about to say that, I'm like, it's so much. How can you really discern what's true?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I still like the ability.
I'm with you. Oh, I'm with you with that. I'm with you with
like,
that.
Look like who's telling the truth. So yeah, but that's valid though. Like, if it was affecting something, how far would it get? So Nipsey Hussle conspiracies are back in the news, man. Anybody got any thoughts? Did y'all talk about that? I know Hurt was on here.
No, we ain't talk about that.
Nah, we didn't talk about it.
I'm not fully hip to the latest, so to be honest, I don't know if I got much to say.
Let me see. Did I hear what I heard last?
Dude said the government's supposed to try to pay him or something. That's what he said.
Supposedly, that's what they're saying. He said, right?
I didn't see an official news. Have you seen a real valid?
Nothing official.
That joint was Atlantic Black Star or something.
Yeah, I don't mess with them, man.
Oh man,
Atlantic Black Star and the Root.
I see some people share that sometimes in the Telegram, but you know,
I'm gonna behave today.
Yeah,
how are you? I know that Kodak Black, I think, got arrested near the bordering near where my city is. If I'm not
that
mistaken.
dude was in Buffalo chilling with y'all.
Queenston, Lewiston Bridge, man. You know, 2 pistols and some weed, man. You know.
Wow.
He should know ain't nothing registered or legal in New York, and even when you cross the border to Canada, like, come on now.
Wow, they say he was missing.
Yeah, he was trying to get out of Dodge. T.I. was on his heels, right?
Yeah, he thought he was going to blend in Canada, but nah.
Right, because you know, millionaire black men still kill each other over words, so he got to be careful.
Indeed.
Do they though, or do they just say it?
Hey, they say they will, and they act like they about to.
What you think, Rob? Do black millionaire men kill?
Other black millionaire men over words?
Remember, Rob, you do want a rap career, bro, so.
Yeah, I'm just going to chill off that. I'm just going to let it be. We gonna go to the next topic.
Hold up. Hey, Rob, so I got X, man. Like, is like Robbie Racks like your CHH name or something?
He's not CHH, man.
He's not CHH, man. He's just HH.
Just hip hop? That's it?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very fringe. If you know, like, Foggy Raw, I think it's going to go past that.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Foggy Raw.
And by past that, he just means cussing in his music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Robbie Racks going to cuss in his music, but he believe in Christ, too. That's what you telling me?
Yeah,
sir.
He believe in the Lord.
No, I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's cool.
At home, and I believe in Christ, but
yeah. I mean, no. I was just asking him all together. Like, is that what he wants to do?
Right. I just me and him have had exchanges. I tease him about that sometimes.
Oh yeah.
As long as I can understand you.
He says, as long as I can understand you.
We'll see. I mean, you know, I'm Maryland and me, we just be mumbling a lot, so we'll see. But the stuff I got so far, you'll probably be able to understand me. But yeah, I mean, like, I remember the first day I hopped into the business chat and Voss was like, "Hey, you gonna be cussing in your music though?" And then the whole chat started buzzing. But
I want to see who drop an album between you and Hurt first.
I'm just such a perfectionist. That's why I feel like I need to move to get like somewhere with more infrastructure, because like
where you at?
It's hard to work with engineers, you know, over the internet and stuff. Currently in Martinsburg, West Virginia, where there's nothing.
Oh man, that sounds like I can't be outside of the 6 p.m. out there.
It's not that. It's not that.
Martinsburg,
it's like
West Virginia. Whew. Boss, you better
20
take
minutes
that hoodie off, man.
What'd you say?
You better take that hoodie off.
Me and the police and the white people get along just fine, sir.
Yo, Voss is the Houston advocate, yo.
Not in Martinsburg, West Virginia, man. You know what I'm saying? You better take that off, man.
I feel you. I probably won't be there.
Yeah, you see the Confederate flags and stuff, but it's 30 minutes from Maryland, 30 minutes from Virginia about. So it's like, and like, we don't like, it's really weird. Like, there's like a mountain in West Virginia. Like, I guess it's the Appalachian. I should know this, but on the other side of that mountain, it's like, that's West Virginia. Like, this is just like we're not even close. It's just kind of on to the side. So
what is it over there? It's like MAGA country.
Not quite on that side of the mountain, probably. There's pockets. It's all sorts of stuff. It's like a little rural, it's a little urban, and it's got like suburbs as well. It's like just a mixed bag. So
they got a music scene over there.
We got like probably one notable CHH artist. That's Travis Dupree. He's been on Rapzilla and stuff a few times, but he's like got like 2,000 followers. He's not like popping or nothing. But there's really no music. There's like one studio and it looks like super janky, so I didn't even like walk toward it. But,
so it's like basically an open field for you. It's a field day. Like you could just take over and be the face.
Technically.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that music out. Get Josh to finish your album. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I do some good ghostwriting, man. I'm a good ghostwriter.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Josh, you need to work with Voss too, yo. Finish Voss's music, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, Voss gave me a bar, man, from a joint, man, and he still ain't give me the track to it. You know,
you said bumps?
Man, Voss gave me he gave me an old lyric, man. I'm like, fam, that's my kind of music, man. You know, I need to hear
I probably gave it to him, to be honest.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I'll rap again one day, guys, maybe.
Oh man, son. He's like the father that went to the store and never came back.
No, I'm still here.
Or moved to Houston.
He gotta check in, man. Give us a 444 or something out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yo, I told him, from your mouth to God's ears, I told him the same thing. I said, yo, there's a lane wide open, just sitting there waiting. And he want to friggin' go out the side door.
If anybody wants to pay for the album, I'll give you my PayPal.
Ooh.
Listen, man, I'll give you $20 a month for a year.
Right. I'm gonna dip with your money.
Hey man, that's between you and God, man.
And I'm dipping with your bread.
Man, well, hey, that's your integrity, bro.
Your integrity for trying to offer me $20.
No, but you just said you want investors for your project. I just said I'd be one, and then you said you're gonna dip with it.
True.
True. You got a point there.
Hey,
true,
man.
You do got a point.
Look, man, you get a good 20 of us behind that, then that's 400 bills a month. You know what I'm saying? Going to the project.
What you need bread for an album for? These days, you ain't gotta spend no money for an album.
Because the
production,
the other night, not like I'm super. Well, no, I am super busy. I really am. Like I don't want to make it like that. Like I know we're all busy. You asked me the other day how much TV I watch. And Meech was like, "How much TV do you watch?" I was like, "Oh, like about I don't
2
know.
hours a month."
Like yeah, like that's dead real. So it's like my whole entire my life is like spoken for, man. You know, there's no room for it. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. Me and Voss is out the way, so Robbie Racks could come through and do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man, my man Voss said, man, that CHH money ain't replacing them cribs he flipping. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but on a stewardship tip, man, it is a lot of brothers out here that probably need to be doing more than rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody needs a side
but that is
hustle.
part of it. It's not even the CHH money. It's like the ability to sustain my life and get where I need to be. You know what I mean? And plus, brothers is holding it down. You know what I mean? Rap is never empty. Stages are always full and crowded. You know?